Hello, all. After a long time, I know I'm late, but I'm very sorry because I'm busy in putting up Instagram 20 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minute seconds, videos. So please follow that Instagram, Dr. Mayur Mahajan, and you'll get to see those things. Today's remedy is very interesting. I always say this is my favorite remedy, of course, but yes, the remedy is ammonium carb. I recollect I have presented ammonium carb in 2010 in a seminar, HHF seminar, of course. When I say it's a seminar of HHF, and we in HHF apply ammonium carb just like this, but very interesting remedy. Let us, as usual, understand the physical symptoms of ammonium carb. The constitution fleshy, है ना? Fleshy woman, stout lady, always tired, weak, takes cold easily, has to take the sniffing. वो inhaler लेके बैठना पड़ता है. They have to take the sniffing part, inhalers, like have a slow reaction. Wonderful rubrics of cholera-like symptoms during the onset of menses with Bovista. Bovista has a different issue. Ammonium carb will focus upon ammonium carb. Cholera-like symptoms during the onset of menses. I really used to wonder what is this thing, why it is happening. My dear friends, my dear homeopaths, if you at all you understand homeopathy just like what I am trying to explore now, you need to understand that whenever there is a physical symptom, it has some mental makeup associated with it. Just mugging up and just ratify or materia medica is not homeopathy, my dear friends. You need to understand the art. When I say art, it's a mixture of what does this remedy all about, what is the doctrine, what is the content, how is the physical symptoms, how is the mental symptoms, how they are intermingled with each other, what is the characteristic symptom, quarrelsome during the onset of menses. Ammonium carb, we need to understand. In previous Kent's repertory, I think so, there was only one single remedy, ammonium carb. Now, or along with Naxomica, very angry, rage during menses, anger during menses, violent during menses. Why the ammonium carb woman gets so much angry during the onset of menses? Why? What is cholera-like symptoms during the onset of menses? You need to understand this. Fat patients. Okay, so this is what is the physical symptoms. If I have missed anything, I will cover up later on, and let us see what Fatak sir wants to say. Because when I try to make you understand the entire remedy, you'll be like, oh my god, it's so easy. And this remedy, my dear friends, is the most upcoming polycrust in the westerns. I'm telling you, please try to understand this. Low vitality, very fearful, okay, slowness, weakness, heaviness of all organs, uncleanliness in bodily habits, very rude, unreasonable. What factor sir is saying? Malignancy. I'll come to that malignancy. I'll coming to that part of malignancy. You need to understand what is malignancy. Okay, and very exhausted, ill-humored, very important, ill-humored, very arrogant. Why she becomes arrogant? I'll come to that point. And very depressed and hearing, aversion to work, peevish, disposed to weep, tendency to make mistakes in speaking. And the main complaint is of cold coryza as well as emotional problems, the uterine problems, the menstrual problems, and the immense pain during menstruation. It is one of the wonderful remedy in materia medica for dysmenorrhea. I'll come to that point why it is so applicable in materia medica and dysmenorrhea. Physical symptoms, I'll connect it with the mental symptoms. Why, when, where, how, everything I'll just connect. Watch till the end. I'm telling you, the last 2 minutes will be very crucial. Ammonium carb. I got a case. I shared that case to all of you. It was a case 14 years back. I have presented in Ramada. It was a case of a girl who was suffering from severe menstruation, severe dysmenorrhea, and she used to just blast off everyone. during the onset. When she told me, doctor, after 3 days my menses are due, so I may, I may get crazy, I may even blast off anyone just talks very mildly, still I feel, hey, shut up, man. This is what happens with me. I don't know why. Oh, this was the sentence, this was the symptomatology with the nature of the patient. So I could see, now this is an art, I could see that the girl was having a haircut like a boy. She was wearing this a shirt with collar. Now this is an interesting thing. We in the ladies formal suits have a collar, no doubt, but the collar was just like men. Okay, the watch was like so big, like the men watches. She was wearing a shoe just like men. That delicacy was missing, that softness was missing, that femininity was missing, that softness, that that affectionate feeling of a woman was a bit missing. No doubt she was looking like a woman, but she was trying, to make her up like, I should not be less than men. No doubt, in a nowadays society, men and women are shouldering their responsibilities together in a very equal way. But still, she was showing more of a kind, that I am also like a man. Why should only boys have all the fun? Why should boys have all the fun? That type of a girl, I could see that frustrated, irritated emotion within herself. No, a girl is soft, delicate, a bit of gossiping is there, a bit of makeups is there, a bit of delicacy, a bit of cleanliness, fastidiousness, makeup, very clean, tidy. These are the characteristic of a girl, of a lady. Here she was a different. She came and said, she was just sitting like this, and I could say, yes, how can I help you? No, doctor, I'm telling you this. I'm suffering from this fibroids, and I'm having a very heavy flow, and this pain, I just can't tolerate this pain. I don't know bloody where this menses have come. I understand why. So I was feeling, what is she talking regarding the menses? She had so unwanted thoughts. Now, this is what is the word unwanted, as if she didn't want menses. Bloody yaar, kaise aate? Shak. That was the feeling. That was the cause of dysmenorrhea. Okay. Second, she becomes very quarrelsome during menses. She blasts off. So I just asked her, ki yaar, you are wearing this such a huge watch. It's really very, means, uncommon. So she told me was very interesting. Why? Only boys have this license of wearing such watches. We girls can't. No, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. But no, but how? Why? But what's your problem? What is what is the problem with my watch? What are you talking about? Come on. And she blasted off like, on me. Oh my god! And my wife was there fortunately, so she said, no, no, this is the way we understand a man in the disease. No, it's okay, ma'am. She was very kind to the woman sitting beside me, which was my wife. So she was very kind with Anaga कि अरे यार नहीं डॉक्टर नहीं I understand but क्या इनको यही क्या ये हमेशा ऐसे ही क्या now this type of unequality what she was facing, this is very very important. Have you ever thought why there are so many women who are more than happy being a woman? Then that means she was not that happy being a woman, or there may be an envious feeling or a jealous feeling regarding men. That may be one of the possibility. So I asked him, what is that problem? Why are you so against men? I'm not able to understand. I'm a man. Sorry, but she said, no, no, doctor. Actually, I don't even like any men in this world. Any men? Why? She said, it's a long story, I won't tell you that, but yes, I hate my father. What? You hate your father? Yes, absolutely, I hate my father. I just don't want him in front of my eyes. Are you married? No, 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 I'm not going to marry anyone, boss. Come on. Just being with a man, and that too under his control. Boss, get lost. Come on, give me a break. Come on. This was the statement. I'm trying to give you the feel of that patient. And I said, what happened? Why? So I became more emotional and sensitive to the why she's behaving like this. So I asked her, what happened? Actually, what happened? Yeah. She said, no, see, doc, actually, my father is a drunkard, and he used to just, he is the most irresponsible person in this world, just like all men do. All men, why this all men problem? Why are you bringing every man in that? No, no, I know every man is like a shit. Huh? And I was sitting in front of him, and I was a man, but still she didn't bother to say that. That is very important. That is the dirtiness of Ammonium Carb. She's very dirty, filthy language. I don't know why she uttered one more thing, but I won't disclose it here because it's a social media. She said so dirty to me, but I was trying to understand the man in the disease, the woman in the disease. So I said, why she's suffering from menses? She said, my father, my brother, they are all same, you know, they are just dominating, male dominating, and I just can't accept it, and why should we? Why should we? So, doc, actually, I'm not going to marry anyone, and I know that I am a woman. I am a उसने बोला हिंदी में बोला एक कर्तव्यगार वुमन हूं मैं मुझे किसी की जरूरत नहीं आई डोंट रिक्वायर एनीवन आई एम अ वेरी self sufficient efficient woman I don't care anyone so it's okay but still she's suffering from menstruation now we have a rubric very interesting aversion to men in women where there is ammonium carbon. Second is the rubric, if at all, now this is what was very interesting for me. We have a rubric quarrelsome during menses, violent during menses. So everywhere ammonium carbon was coming. So I found that a rubric, wonderful sentence of Alan's keynote, which is mentioned anywhere, and every homeopath knows that the diarrhea at the onset of menses. Now understand this diarrhea and vomiting during the onset of menses. Cholera-like symptoms during the onset of. What's this diarrhea and what is vomiting? Diarrhea is something which I cannot digest. There is something in my abdomen which I wanted to throw out because I don't like that. I couldn't digest it. So I'm throwing out through my diarrhea or vomiting. When you vomit is something which is when you the stomach doesn't accept it. Inacceptance, not accepting the facts is vomiting. I disagree. Whenever potatoes disagree means what? After eating potato, either you vomit or you diarrhea. There is so disagree. So when I disagree some emotion, I vomit. I disagree my menstruation, vomiting. Because menstruation is the only thing which is there in a woman and not in a man. And it is the menses which reminds her every now and then that you are a woman. You are a woman. So whenever she gets that menstruation, she gets, अरे यार आ गया फिर से जितना मैं भूलने की कोशिश कर रही हूँ उतना ये मुझे याद दिलाते जा रहा है कि तू औरत है. Actually, it's the greatest thing in the world. Menstruation is the most purest thing in this world. But what this woman, Ammonium Carb, every menstruation, I am reminded that I am a woman, I am a lady. I have to bend in front of the men. I have to surrender in front of men. This is what she has seen from her childhood. And that is what she wants to rebel. She is very rebellious. Why she cut off her hair? Just to show that why only girls have long hair, why only boys have short hair. Girls also can have short hair. Why only boys can wear shoes? Girls can wear. Why only boys can wear long big watches, girls can wear? Why only boys can wear shirts, even girls can? Now this rebellious nature, this errors in her identity, mostly that sexual identity. Yeah, I am a bloody woman, be happy about it. Why you want to prove that you are above men or up, shoulder to shoulder man? Being a woman itself, being a woman itself is a great thing, it's a powerful thing. But you don't need to prove every now and then, yes, you are a woman, so you are more stronger than men. You don't. The more you try to prove yourself, the hormones start suppressing. When you try to prove that, no, no, why woman is low, why women are treated low, women are like this, so when you say so, your female hormones come down, and when you try to become like men, your testosterone increases, and this increase in testosterone may cause hirsutism, may cause that roughness, that dirtiness, that I won't call it dirtiness, but that masculinity is increased. हाँ तो हाँ फिर हाँ this types of women, where they at one side they feel that, yeah, being a woman is not good, and at the same time hate the men. We have a rubric, envy with avidity. Means what? We have no envy with avidity means what? You ग्रेप्स तो है लेकिन वो खट्टे, अंगूर है लेकिन खट्टे, अंगूर है तो उसमें वो, अरे हम अगर मेन अंगूर है तो मैं मैंगो हूं यार. आई शुड फील लाइक दैट, अ वुमन शुड फील लाइक दिस कि अगर मेन अच्छी हैव अ ब्यूटीफुल लाइफ, even women have a beautiful life. Why do you feel that they have a one bad life? When you create these things, that creation, in return, this cells in your body gets, and hence it is a wonderful remedy for malignancy. What is malignancy? Malignancy is just multiplication towards destruction, multiplying thoughts which destructs that part of the body. Uncontrolled thoughts, uncontrolled destroying destructive thoughts is malignancy. And what is her uncontrolled destroying malignant thoughts? Bloody men are like this, this is this. This poor woman doesn't know that when you say so things, you are indirectly destructing your own body. The cells started destructing. This is what we call as psychodynamics. I always say, I have written in the third eye of prescription that there is a wonderful thought given by what is the difference between men and women, why men fall sick, why women fall sick, what is the difference between the sickness of women, what is the difference. Very interesting. So this is the malignancy of ammonium carb. This is the weakness. You try a number of times to become men, you will not become men. But she tries to, but it goes in vain. When you try to do things against your identity, then you are sure to bend down, will exhausted, will go weak. Instead of what the best thought should have been, I am a woman, I am a beautiful woman, I am exploring, cherishing every single part of my life, every single part of my relationship. I'm happy, I'm joyful, I'm cheerful. This, and I'm very happy being a woman, because being a woman itself is a blessing. If this is the thought process of every woman, they won't land into ammonium carbs. And this is where ammonium carb has a classical deep acting. Ian Sholton sir has mentioned so beautifully that my dad is a shit is a sentence quoted hatred towards my father. ऐसा Ian Sholton sir has mentioned in his book. So wonderfully he has explained. So what do we mean this? Ammonia is pungentness. If you'll go to a public toilet, what is your first reaction? Oh, Ammonia towards the carb. Carb is father. Pungentness towards father. Pungentness towards the relationship towards all men. You just can't afford. What did she say? I just can't look at him. I just can't bear his presence in front of me. What is this bearing his presence of me? देख गंदगी. When you go to a public toilet, क्या होता है? What you feel? You have to just get out of it as soon as you go to the urinals. Oh my God. You just finish off and just get out of it. That is the pungentness, the intolerance towards whom? Ammonia. Towards whom? The father. Ammonium carb. She feels that, yeah, this is not a relationship. This is not a father. It was a father figure. Father figure means security. Father means security. Father means support. Father means holding of your hand. Father is taking my responsibilities. Father is my protection. And this is missing to any girl. Then she feels, yeah, this is not my father. And then she lands into hatred. Some may miss it. Magnesium carb may miss father. Ammonium carb hates father. Understand? So these are some beautiful things. How we differentiate in HSF. Yes, this is, I hate my father. Why? Because he was like my godfather when I was small. I saw him. But when I grew, this Sholton sir ne beautiful he had mentioned, I was looking at my father as a godfather. And now after growing up, I saw he's a bloody, my God, this is not done. I didn't expect this from him. My God, shit. This is ammonium carb. And we have a rubric. ये जो मैं last 2 minutes I told you that we don't miss. This is the cynical part of ammonium carb. We have a rubric cynical. Cynical means he sees everything in a very wrong way. It was not like this, but he feels like that. अरे नहीं पापा ने ऐसा कहने कुछ तो बुरा होगा. There must be some bad reason behind it. अरे no, he did it out of a very good intention. No, he must have been doing it in a very bad intention. They don't extract any good thing out of any performance or any deed or anything. They feel no, there must be something fishy. Then this cynical thing comes into in ammonium carbs, not in only ammonium, in all ammoniums, because they have a feeling that this world is not that great. This world is partial towards men. This world is partial towards men. Only women have to suffer. सब लोग मेन की बाजू लेते हैं. ये मुझे नहीं पसंद है ना. This cynical, but actually this is not the thing. As of course there is some in some part of the areas of the world there is like this, but not everybody. No, this is no, it's not like this. ये cynical है ना. This is the key of ammonium carb. Understand? So I think मैं ज़्यादा ही बोल दिया because I am very sensitive to this comparison on the genders. So I am very sensitive. When we compare the genders, it becomes very sensitive. Both men and women must share equal platforms anywhere, everywhere. But when out of the way, when you try to do or prove something, your hormones get affected. This is what I want to say. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe and comment. कमेंट करते रहो. मैं अभी वीडियोस भी छोटे छोटे डालने वाला और बीच बीच में से लंबे लंबे वीडियोस भी डालूंगा. डोंट मिस देम. शेयर करो रे, अपने दोस्त को शेयर करो. बस एक को शेयर करो, हर एक को. बस. थैंक यू वेरी मच. थैंक यू ऑल एंड लव यू. वन मोर थिंग, इंस्टाग्राम पे मैं आ रहा हूँ. जिनको मालूम नहीं है, डोंट नो दैट आई एम गोइंग इन इंस्टाग्राम, प्लीज लॉग ऑन टू दैट एंड उसको भी शेयर करो. थैंक यू ऑल.